that is a sign of death in Japan. There's a long story behind that. I don't have time to go into all that. But anyway, just don't do that, okay? This is Chris from Beers in Japan. I'm really excited to be bringing you this awesome video about the 10 things you should not do in Japan. Okay, number 1. Now this is true, I think, in almost any country, but don't spit, right? That's just not cool, right? You know what I'm talking about? Don't do that, okay? Number 2, don't wear your shoes inside. That's actually probably well known across the entire world, but Japanese just despise it when you walk into their house or even walk into your own house wearing your shoes. Just don't do it. Plus, actually, to be honest, now that I've lived in Japan, I love that custom because, I don't track dirt into my house and it makes it easier to clean. It's awesome. This may surprise a lot of foreigners because they want to just put the chopsticks down on their rice like this. The chopsticks pointing into the rice. That is a big no-no. That is a sign of death in Japan. There's a long story behind that. I don't have time to go into all that. But anyway, just don't do that, okay? Next one, talk in the train loudly. And I'm guilty of this, to be honest. I get sometimes get excited. I have a bigger voice, and if I get excited, especially after a couple drinks, I will talk in the train loudly, and I sometimes get bad looks. So even though I'm guilty of it and I admit it, and it's something I should avoid, and so you should definitely avoid doing that when you're in Japan. By the way, and just so you guys know, Japan is a big train and bus society, especially if you live in the big cities like Sendai, Hokkaido, Tokyo, Nagoya, Kyoto, and so on and so forth. Public transportation is great, so a lot of people just use public transportation, and I do all the time. In fact, I love not having to worry about driving. It's just so awesome. Okay, next, again, because of train and bus society, right? Talking on the phone on the train or bus drives people crazy. Don't do it, right? Even one time, I remember I was stupid. I knew I shouldn't, but I had an urgent phone call, right? And I picked up my phone and I literally told the person on the call, I'll call you back in a second because, I'm on the train. And literally a Japanese person looked at me and said, "Dame, dame," and that means no, no, no. So yeah, I did that once, I'll never do it again. Cutting in line. Japanese people are really cool about staying in one spot on the line. So don't just go there and try to cut in front of them, right? They will not appreciate that at all, okay? Now this one I think is obvious, right? It's actually illegal in most countries, but urinating in public is heavily frowned upon. In fact, just the other day, according to someone I know on Facebook, right, their acquaintance got arrested in Shibuya, Tokyo, Shibuya, for urinating in public. So don't do that, okay? Japanese people don't tip, and you're not expected to tip. In fact, they'll be embarrassed if you tip and they'll run you down on the street. I remember one time I saw in a restaurant in Tokyo, a foreigner who was traveling here, leave a tip and literally walk out, right? And they chased after him to give him the money back. Blow your nose in public. Blowing your nose in public loudly is something that Japanese don't like at all. They frown upon that. And last, but not least, this is not a strong no-no. A little bit of hugging, a little bit of kissing, that's fine, but like. All right, this is Chris from Beers in Japan. If you have any videos you want me to do, right? Something you want to learn about, leave a comment, and I'm happy to cover that. And please subscribe to this channel. We'll see you in the next video.